This is progress, is it? A shockingly graphic sex book, appropriate to read from the age of 8, according to one of the authors. Well, it's been slammed by concerned parents over its vivid illustrations of sex, self-pleasure, and swapping your gender. If the kids are listening in biology class, they'll know that that's scientifically impossible. But hey, I'm old-fashioned like that. Who needs facts when you've got an insane ideology to sell? This mucky new book, Welcome to Sex, which I'm not even sure I'd want teenagers to see, was released in the UK this month and has raised concerns not just over its salacious content, but the safeguarding risks that it poses to small children. This book is now on sale everywhere, including on Amazon and even at your local W.H. Smith, who I thought were there to sell rulers, fountain pens, and gigantic Yorkie bars. Well, now they're selling filth to small children. Let me give you a little detail on this book. But before we do that, can I just say that if there are children 13 or younger listening or watching now, maybe now's a good moment to send them out of the room. This show is always family friendly and they'll be welcome back in 5 minutes' time. But it's important that you know about this shameful tome. It's being described as a no silly questions guide to sexuality, pleasure, and figuring it out. Let me remind you, this is aimed at children. The only thing that kids should be figuring out is how many hula hoops they can put on their fingers and whether the Lego fire station they've built is about to collapse. But the authors would rather offer 8-year-olds a guide to oral sex, an explanation of how 2 penis owners can have anal sex, and borderline pornographic cartoon drawings of 2 women scissoring, which even if the kids have left the room, I really don't fancy explaining. There's also a nice bit of trans ideology thrown in there too, perpetuating the mythical and, in my view, dangerous idea that you've been born in the wrong body. That's a lie. That's medically impossible, but it doesn't stop the authors discussing gender identity labels such as gender fluid, trans, and wait for it, brother boy, an Aboriginal who was presented as female at birth but is a male spirit. Make it make sense. One of the co-authors said a mature 8-year-old could flick through it. Probably true, and suffer psychological damage as a result. Now, Tanya Carter, a spokeswoman for the Safe Schools Alliance, slammed the book as alarming. She said, why doesn't safeguarding apply to books? 8-year-olds need accurate information about puberty, but that's not what this book is. I completely agree. I think this utter tripe borders on grooming. It's normalising sex for very small children. I find it creepy. I find it sordid. I find it morally wrong. I find it damaging. I find it sick. And I find it perverted. And sadly, this kind of filth is not unusual, it's not surprising, it's not new. We've had to put up with hypersexualized drag acts, pumping and gyrating and wagging their backside around in front of toddlers. Canada witnessed the spectacle of a woodwork teacher, obviously male, wearing gigantic, enormous prosthetic breasts. If you don't think that he's getting a sexual kick out of making his pupils look at that rack of his, then you need to get out more. Look, for God's sakes, I don't believe in banning books or burning them in the streets, but what is clear is that certain books should not be in the hands of small kids. We're there to protect them, to protect their innocence, to protect their childhood, and to be frank, to protect their bodies too. If an 8-year-old is presented with these graphic images, what's the first thing they're going to do? They're going to think about those images, try to process and understand them, try them out even. The mind boggles. All of this is in the woke playbook, of course. It's a war on gender, a war on biology, and the sinister sexualisation of children. Some of the hardcore woke extremists like to describe paedophiles as minor attracted adults. You heard me right. Now, this book doesn't go there, of course it doesn't, but all of this dark stuff is on a spectrum. And I'd say that introducing 8-year-olds to the 69 position, lube and scissoring, whatever the hell that is problematic in the extreme. Is giving this book to a young child abuse? Well, you tell me. The world should be a safe and innocent place for children, and kids' books should be packed full of entertainment and information. And whilst many words should be in an 8-year-old's vocabulary, sex is not one of them.